Hello, welcome to episode 140 of the Epic Film Challenge 2, 1001 movies you must see before you die. If you didn't see the previous video, we talked about Fast Times at Ridgemont High, directed by Amy Heckerling, and she also directed this film, Clueless, from 1995. When I put this film on to watch, Connie said, "Are you sure this is in the book? Are you sure it's this movie that's in the book?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm sure." And then we watched it, and I really liked it. And
you laughed a lot.
I did laugh a lot, and at this point, I think, because we're talking about the two Amy Heckerling films that are in the book, Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Clueless, when you get to Clueless, that's when I start to get a little bit annoyed that The Great Dictator is not in the book, and both of these films are.
You were annoyed the second you found out.
No, I know, but when you see films like this, and again, I really liked Clueless.
Take the space.
I was really surprised by Clueless because I look at the poster. And I just think, ugh, they just look like annoying characters. You know, just like the kind of Californian kind of privileged teenage kids. Like, oh, this is going to be like just brutal. I really liked it. It was enjoyable fun.
Some brilliant humor in it, like some scenes.
I wouldn't say brilliant humor. It's good, good humor.
But like, I don't know if it was. It's like the stupid kind of humor that gets you.
Okay. Yeah, there's. It's based around these high school kids in California. Again, the kind of the privileged type, you know, who live in these big mansions and stuff. And in that way, it's not very relatable. But watching it, I was thinking, oh yeah, it took me back to the 90s. Like
yes.
that. But the thing is, I was thinking that's what kids used to look like in the 90s. In American music videos and TV shows.
Yeah.
not you know,
here.
It's kind of like a snapshot of what the world was kind of shown. Like, this is the 90s, you know, this is pop culture. Maybe not where you are, but over here in America where everything, you know, counts. That was definitely the projected image of kids. Although I did like the shot where the guys were walking outside of the school and it was just like a close-up on their pants around their like waists just dragging down. That definitely became a thing in the UK. The baggy pants and the... You know.
It's so funny to see them run for the bus because they had to hold their pants up the whole time. Yeah. I was just thinking, oh god, pull them up.
It's funny how trends work like that. So we have Alicia Silverstone, who I know the most from Batman and Robin, where she played Batgirl. Yeah, and she's another one whose career just didn't seem to really go much further beyond that in terms of big movies and stuff.
Well, I just know her from Clueless.
I read that. TV show. Well, I read that she's not in the TV show.
Oh, she looks just like her then.
Yeah, she didn't come back for the TV show version because I was looking at her filmography, and
the others did.
Yeah, the other people filmed it.
Jesus.
But Alicia Silverstone apparently after Clueless got like a $10 million contract to do like more movies. So it seemed like she was destined for big things, and then it just kind of didn't really pan out that well after Batman and Robin. She plays the main.
She didn't age well.
She plays the main character, and she was good. Again, I thought she'd be annoying, but she really danced that fine line of being an annoying character. But you know, it was enjoyable to me. The film is very likable. That's kind of the main word. It's just likable. It's you know.
It's enjoyable.
Yeah, it's enjoyable. Paul Rudd plays her stepbrother.
That was the best part.
And if there's anything this film teaches you, is that if you have kind of sexual feelings for a family member, if they're not blood related, it's okay. That was weird. I found that a bit strange that he had to be her stepbrother, not by blood. I just found it weird and odd because I liked their relationship. I liked where it ended up and everything, but just that simple fact just seemed a bit weird to me. I don't know why it needed to be there. You know,
it's lacking a lot of continuity.
Continuity? What you mean, like just
the whole movie?
Okay.
Like the hair being there, and then they're sitting closer in the next shot, and then this and that, you know.
But so you know, plot again, just like with Fast Times at Ridgemont High, it was really just you know just kids being kids really, and just what they get up to and the things going on and love and all that kind of stuff and.
It's all very exaggerated.
Yes.
The whole movie is very exaggerated.
Yes, and I think that fits the setting of it, you know, as well. And I mean, it feels a bit like a satire of teen life in a way. And I don't know, I don't think it did that well when it came out. Maybe it did, I guess. If she got a $10 million contract, it must have done well at the time. But I don't know why this is held in such high esteem. I'm trying to understand it, you know. Like, because throughout the film I was thinking, this is enjoyable. Where's the punch? Where's the bit where I'm going to go, oh, this is why everyone's, you know, just didn't seem to land. You know, Paul Rudd was enjoyable.
Just a movie.
Yeah, it's just a movie. The soundtrack again, like Fast
I can't
Times.
believe you thought that something was going to happen in the movie that made you go, ha ha.
Well, the first half an hour I was starting to think that. By the time we got like an hour in, I was like, yeah, this is it, isn't it? I'm trying to think if there's anything. I mean, there's not much to talk about with it, really. I mean, it's enjoyable, it's likable, but it just doesn't go beyond that much, really.
No. It's just a normal movie.
I might get crucified for saying it, but maybe it's
average.
Maybe they're in the book because they were popular films that were successful and directed by a woman. I don't know. I mean, I'm all for kind of highlighting that, but
I don't see why it's in the book.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I did enjoy Clueless more than something.
Fast Times. Oh, really? Okay, so we can kind of compare the two. I much preferred Fast Times of Ridgemont High. I thought it was a much better film.
I don't know. Maybe
I preferred the characters more. I mean, it's different because in Clueless, it is a much different tone with the way that the teenagers act, which I guess kind of fits with the times of the 90s, you know.
Maybe it's because Clueless is supposed to be kind of clueless. It's supposed
to
be
true.
It's supposed to be a silly movie.
Yeah, it feels a bit like
Ridgemont High was supposed to be like more of a serious comedy.
Right.
Teen movie.
True, that's a good point. Yeah, the tone is a little bit different.
And so it makes it okay for things to be.
Like, yeah, it almost feels like a parody. Like, you hear the voiceover in Alicia Silverstone's head. She's like, oh yeah, my mum died having liposuction or something like that. Like, this offhand kind of, oh, and how could I forget? Brittany Murphy is in the film. Almost unrecognisable to me because I always...
Who?
The redhead. Who's kind of the new girl. That's something I liked, was that when her character showed up, it's like, oh, it's about the new girl who doesn't fit in and they're going to give her a makeover. And the whole movie's going to be about this makeover and change. And it wasn't really. It kind of was there. And then, I liked how it was about different things. They didn't kind of harp on one point too much, which I feel like is the same with Fast Times at Ridgemont High. And maybe that's a criticism I have of both films, is that they're both spread out with all the characters to the point where I felt like one storyline wasn't focused on enough to really make me care about it. I don't know if that makes sense.
Well, it was mainly about the 15-year-old in the Ridgemont High one.
Yeah, I suppose. But then it would go to other characters. I don't know. It's something about it.
All movies do that.
Not all movies do that. No, because you have characters that are really focused on more. Or teen. I don't know. I think you can pull it off. I enjoyed both a great deal, but I feel like there was a little bit missing. A little bit too thin. I don't know. Something about them.
There's a lot missing for it to be in the book.
For it to be in the book, sure.
For it to be just an enjoyable movie, it's just fine.
Brittany Murphy's character was my favourite thing of Clueless. She just was a lot of fun to watch. A very likeable character.
Who?
Again, the redhead.
Oh, right, yeah.
And she's someone who died a few years ago. Like, I think she had like pneumonia or something. Just like one of those kind of weird. Yeah, which is really sad.
Didn't know you could die of that in the 2010s.
I didn't really look into it that closely. I don't know what the details are, but yeah, it's weird seeing young people in films knowing they didn't live very long or that they didn't become, I don't know. Obviously she must have been 30s at least, I don't know, because it was only a few years ago, but still, there's just something strange about that, seeing someone in a film and knowing they didn't become an old person. I don't know. And it gets worse the younger they die, with someone like River Phoenix or something, but yeah. Clueless, is it a film you should see before you die? No, it just isn't. I don't get it. I don't.
What's funny is I thought I'd seen it before too.
You thought it was Legally Blonde.
I was just thinking, like, so when she's gonna go to college then? Why are they still in high school? When is she gonna, start studying and shit? And then, nope, this is it. And I was disappointed because I was in the mood for Legally Blonde. And I find Legally Blonde a better movie than Clueless.
Okay.
Actually.
I haven't seen it properly, so I can't really comment.
No,
but
I'm not saying it deserves to be in the book.
Yeah.
It deserves it more than Clueless.
See, is it a bad thing? But I knowing now that Amy Heckerling has directed films like Look Who's Talking to, Johnny Dangerously, all films that I really, really enjoy, but they're not great films, I
mean,
they're
Dirty Dancing isn't even in it.
Is it not?
Mail.
Is Dirty Dancing not in the book?
I highly doubt it.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. If that's not in the book, then...
And
wow.
You Got Mail isn't in there, Sleepless in Seattle isn't in there. 10 Things I Hate About You. If we're gonna go into like
teen movies, romantic comedies,
kind of romantic comedy
I
suppose.
suppose.
Then there's so many more that deserves to be in the book.
I think
over Clueless.
I mean, You've Got Mail is one of our favourite movies.
Maybe it's a joke because it's called Clueless.
You've Got Mail is one of our favourite movies. You know, I love it so much.
I can watch it like 3 or 4 times a year.
I don't know if it's a film you should see before you die, though. I mean, I think it's great. I think it's great, but I mean, you gotta take. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough with films that are light, you know.
Loved it.
I mean,
I love You Got Mail.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I think it's a great film, but
I know it by heart almost.
You do. You know it more than me. It's just surprising. So anyway,
surprising.
So
I introduced you to it.
No, you didn't. I'd seen it way before I met you. Clueless, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Both enjoyed both of them. Fast Times a little bit more. I would definitely watch them both again, but they're just good, you know. No. Okay.
I don't think. Maybe Clueless, like on a really brain dead day.
Oh, okay.
If I'm like really
on a really brain dead day.
Yeah, like if I have a fever and I'm homesick.
Right.
But Ridgemont High, like the way I feel now.
And Clueless, not as much as Fast Times. You get kind of seeing actors who did bigger things earlier on, but with Fast Times it's a bit more pronounced with people like Nicolas Cage and so on, Jennifer Jason Leigh, but
you will get to see him.
No, true. So there you go. That's our thoughts on the 2 Amy Heckerling films in the book. Bit of an odd one, really, but I could see Fast Times being in it more than Clueless. But I enjoyed watching them both, so it is what it is. Anything else to say?
It's good if you want to turn your brain off.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with movies like that. I just wouldn't put them in a book that says you must watch this film before you pop your clogs. So, yeah.
Kick the bucket.
Kick the bucket. Kick the bucket. Your own film. It kicks the bucket. It's under a big W.
See, something like that would make it more memorable.
Right, yeah. So, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Don't kick the bucket.
Yeah, don't kick the bucket.
Especially if it has something smelly in it. I don't know. Turn it off.
I'm going to leave that in just to embarrass you now. I don't know where you were going with that one.
I was going to say something else, but
okay,
I didn't.
Okay,
No.
well, maybe that was... Okay.
Don't kick buckets with stuff in it. Make sure.
What were you going to say? I need to know now. What were you going to say? Bucket of what?
Shit.
A bucket
Don't
of
kick
shit.
A bucket of shit.
Don't kick a bucket
it
of shit.
might spill on your shoe.
Don't kick a bucket of shit. It might spill on your shoe. Well,
I have no energy.
You have no energy. No,
go.
Your energy is severely depleted right now, and so
I am.
And now
I don't even know what that word means.
And now you've left the screen. You're gone.
I'm gone. Turn it off, Luke.
Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.